I found the topic for today. Oh! I don't want to explain how I got this. What even is it? Game Builder Garage announced really bluntly on May 5th of 2021 and released June 11th of that same year. I don't know, man. Basically, it was a very simplified version of programming released as a game. There is really not a whole lot interesting to say about this game. I mean, it was tested on kids, but so was death, so I don't know. Okay, Game Builder Garage, let's see. Okay, so there's not much to do here. We could just wing it, or we could do some lessons. But of course, let's put the game in Dutch. Greeting us in the lessons is a guy named Bob. He's a blue dot. Really? You couldn't think of anything beside a dot? It's a talking dot. I don't know. Okay, ik ben Bob. I know what that means. I am Bob. Playing all those games in Dutch is really starting to up my Dutch a little bit. Je hebt geen idee hoe je de game moet uitspelen. Hey, okay. So, you don't have an idea how the game must... Okay, what's that spelling? You don't know how this game's supposed to play out, huh? Okay, never mind. This is gonna take forever. I'm sorry to our future overlords, the Dutch, but I just can't do it right now. I'm realizing that the Dutch translation didn't get the love that the English version does. Because in Dutch it just says, I am Bob. Here it has this whole paragraph to explain that he's Bob. Even the part I just kinda weirdly roughly translated. It was simple in the Dutch version, but here it just says, let me just say, I understand your frustration. You can't finish this simple game, right? Like I say, don't get mad, get programming. Now that's something to live by. Dang it! Son of a... Okay, just think. Calm down. C++, JavaScript, HTML. Everything's gonna be okay. As we say, don't get mad, get programming. Instead of using lines of code, here we have these little things called nodons. They have character designs. I made them jump. Yay. So, I actually have tried coding quite a bit before. But, after a while I realized it's not for me and I found it absolutely miserable. And I opted instead for actual languages instead of coding ones. So, to put it in blunt terms, I should know what I'm doing, but I don't and I'm screwed. When you connect two nodons, they blush. I don't like that. Bob is just really happy about this one, and aren't we all? After completing this little thing here, we have a quiz run by another dot named Alice. Man, I'm so smart. Since I already did some lessons with my main profile, I switched over to an alternate one for this video, and now they won't stop calling me Sarah. Now we have to make our first game with the help of Bob. It's a tag game. Yeah, I did. I'm told to give controls. I am told to grab a camera piece, which... Great voice, by the way. He makes me place a block up there. He's really impressed by that. I have to go in and change the properties of the blocks. Now I can walk on it, then he makes me create a whole level with it, I don't know. We get out launchers to make projectiles, we create two characters using both sides of the controller. We mess around with the destructible/destructive properties to make a game work. We use a nodon that detects if an object breaks and then sends out a signal. You connect that signal to a retry, so basically if the game ends, it restarts. How very fun. But I'll be honest, this object break node on, I don't know, man. This, ooh, I don't know. And then this retry node on. How pathetic. Your weak little games are nothing compared to the atrocities I've committed. Speaking of which, I never got to go to the bathroom earlier, so let me do that. Okay. It's probably okay to go to the bathroom now. So, yeah. No, 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 again! Okay, no, still bad. Still, I'll go later. My bladder's unhappy. Anyways, let's continue. Since we finished the game, Bob tells me to give it my own spin. All he lets me do is change the color of the blocks. This is like stealing an essay, changing the font size, and then calling it your own. Now, doesn't this look so, as they put it, Sarah? Yay, we finished the first game and the first set of lessons. All the memories. All the pleasant memories. I'm so sorry, I'm gonna miss this time in my life. Moving on. The next game we have to make is a sort of marble labyrinth game. I've always kind of liked those things. Not video game depictions, no. Just the real things. Those are always kind of interesting. Using the blocks, we make a level. Using the overhead view, we change our view. Using movable spheres, we make a movable sphere. It's pretty great. Also, Bob hates apples. Using teleportation nodons, we have to make little fail pockets. I don't know what these things are called. Occasionally during the lessons, Bob wants you to write some stuff into the text blocks. But for some reason, the game can't really recognize when you do it right, so you can just type whatever you want in there. Type in "get the apples." Sure. Did I type apples left? Yeah, definitely. The way you do the background music's actually pretty cool. There's a bunch of different melody lines that you can choose from, and you basically just choose how each part of the song sounds, and it's just kind of cool. But here's where we get our first taste of algebra. Woohoo! Cool, great, yay, cool, great, yay. And with whatever that was, we've made the second game. The next game we have to make is a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up. There are heavy quotes in every single word there. I don't know, they're kind of fun. I mean, the retry nodon's always a blast. I mean, he mistook this thing as his mother. Don't ever call that thing your mom. Don't, in fact, advice for everyone out there, never call that thing your mom. Also, how old is this retry nodon? He's got like a, I don't know what that is, I don't know. Basically, the whole thing of this game is teaching you how to connect things to each other, which is pretty, it's very simple. Also making the game camera move, which is not very hard. Though I will say something, Nintendo's intended audience for this game would find it so boring. From what I can gather, this game is meant for, like, 8-year-olds. In which case, why would they find this fun? It's a bunch of text in the tutorials, and it's like amateur algebra, so I don't know. I'm pretty sure the whole purpose of this game is to get Nintendo more employees. Anyways, we do this, and it's kind of a really boring game, and we create an end screen. Woo, this is my least favorite game of the bunch. I have to piss. Okay, I gotta use the restroom, but this time I'm prepared. No! Okay, okay. No! I'll go later. Well, nope. Okay, next thing we have to do. Also, let me just say, I am horrified of this not Nodon. And this background music they use for the lessons is the same in every single one of them. And after so many hours of listening to it, it gets pretty old. You want me to type goal, huh? Alright. Also, Bob makes me create a boss for this level. But he doesn't go down in more hits, so it's actually much easier than the previous enemies. I don't know. I'm not a game designer, but I don't think Bob is either. I have to create more text. The Book of Genesis would be good here. There is a cool thing that they introduce at the end of this set of lessons, though. The texture Nodon. And Bob lets us create our own spaceship. So I just use the AOREan flag. For those of you who don't know what this is my nation from Populous. Using some cheap online software, I even made a national anthem. I didn't spend a whole lot of time on that. The next game we have to make is a 2D platformer, and man, these take forever. You create an item that lets you punch. I don't know why you can't punch before you collect an item, but you can't. Aw, sweet, more text to edit. Oprime Y para saltar. Wait a second. Saltar doesn't mean to punch. That means to jump. I can't even go back and fix it, dang it. One thing I do notice here, though, is that they teach you things that are obvious, but then they don't explain things that probably need explaining. We make a 3D puzzle game, which... Hold on a second. Okay, so the puzzle that Bob comes up with for this game is to break the crate, and then behind it is the layout of a folded out dice. Now Bob thinks it's obvious that the two missing blue squares are 2 and 6, therefore you go over to this button and hit it 26 times to beat the level. But can we let's talk about this for a second. 1, if you were to roll out a dice completely, why would that one be blank? If you did it right, there should be no blank spaces. Second of all, he makes it to where if you hit 26 on the button before breaking the crate, it soft locks the game and you can't beat it. How is this good game design, buddy? Also, the racing game. We have to create AI in heavy quotation marks. That looks really stupid. Also, you can beat it by just going around. Once again, Bob, there are very easy ways to fix this, but you don't let me do it. There's this thing that they introduce here, which is actually pretty useful. Basically, if you're working on 2 different sides of the programming screen, you can use these little wormholes to teleport one signal to a different place. And it's pretty good. However, the way they use it in the lessons is completely useless. They use it when the signals are right next to each other. It doesn't make any sense. What? It's right there. You don't need a wormhole. Now we have to make a 3D platformer. It's the last game of the pack. But this time, Alice wants to join us. And we actually get some fun little conversations. She tries to watch, but then she starts helping Bob, and it makes Bob very, very angry. Bob, calm down. Bob, calm down. Calm down! It's funny. I'm legitimately interested in these two characters, even though they're just dots. So as the lessons go on, Alice jumps in and gives us basically harder challenges, even though everything is guided. Bob thinks it's too much for me. Excuse me? Bob, did you just say I can't handle it? Are you trying to say I'm too weak? Screw Bob, we're going with Alice. Okay, they're just kind of longer. So Matt, look at that. I mean, look how polished that is. That's perfect. The last step is to create my own obstacle. You shouldn't give someone this much power. You don't know what I could do with it. I'm so proud of myself. No, I've never beaten it. In fact, I don't even know if it's possible to beat it. Honestly, I don't care. Okay. I do still have to go to the bathroom, but I have a knife this time. And I don't think I'm going to have to use it. I'm going to leave it out here just in case. Okay. No, not again! After you complete all the lessons, they have these little puzzle challenges, and there's 50 of them. A lot of them are pretty fun, and honestly, it's a pretty good addition. But I'm really interested in this last one here. It's called Perplexing Paradox. I mean, fair, I guess. Okay, cool. So, with all my newfound knowledge, what is my masterpiece? It's this. It's a very simple mini game. You catch the green balls and avoid the dark green cylinders. Woohoo. This game does have a feature where you can play other people's games. However, you have to have a code for every single one of them. This game should have worked Mario Maker style. That would have really helped it. But no, instead I'm stuck looking up codes to Game Builder Garage games on Google. Alright, let's play a few. The first one up is F-Zero. This is actually kind of impressive. If you're going to put this much effort into Game Builder Garage, just go make an actual video game. I'd go play it. Lethal Lava Land. This one's a little rough. There's really not a whole lot of coding going on here, and I mean, look at it. I think you have to break all the blocks. Yeah, looking at the coding in here, that's exactly what you have to do. I'm not gonna do it. The last game I'm gonna play is Ronald's Filet-O-Fish. Amazing! Alright, I'm enlightened. The only Nodon I don't really understand is digitize. I read up in the little encyclopedia thing they give you, and I don't think I understand it. Everything else makes sense. I don't really know what digitize does, especially in this case. I'm just now realizing there's nothing else to do in this game. Okay, I want to know who this is for, because if you like this sort of stuff, you're probably already coding anyways. And if you don't like this sort of stuff, you're really not going to like this game. So, I don't really know who this is for. It's kind of sad, to be honest. I mean, it was an enjoyable experience, I guess. However, it's an experience that I don't really care to ever have again. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to use the restroom.